Hello, fellow LEGO enthusiasts! Today, I bring you something a bit different. Do you know your poop from your snot? No, we're not talking bodily functions here, but acronyms in the world of LEGO. Whether you're a beginner or a veteran of the brick, I know from experience it can be confusing to come across these things. So here's a little guide to what they all mean. Which did you know and which are new to you? Let me know in the comments. But now, let's MLOADI. That's make like an otter and dive in. So, going mostly alphabetically, we need to start with the only scientific one on the list, ABS, acrylonitrile butadiene styrene. This is the material used to make LEGO bricks, at least until their eco-friendly vision kicks in and they manage to use something else. The formula is simple, parenthesis opens C8H8.C4H6.C3H3N, close parentheses little n. Easy, right? Next up we have AFOL or AFOL, depending on where you're from, and this stands for an adult fan of LEGO. Whether you say AFOL or AFOL, I guess depends on whether you say adult or adult. AFOL is generally more typical, but I find myself saying AFOL more often than not. Just go with whatever feels right. Then you can also get KFOL, which is a kid fan of LEGO, or a TFOL, which is a teen fan of LEGO. There are also a bunch of more specific identifiers, but those are the general ones. That brings us to something which I'm not going to say aloud because it'll sound wrong, but it stands for an adult hobbyist of LEGO. Quite frankly, if you want to refer to yourself as a hobbyist rather than a fan, I would suggest using ALH instead, i.e. an adult LEGO hobbyist. It just sounds and looks a lot better than the alternative. Lastly, you could classify yourself as ALE, and no, sadly this isn't the nice alcoholic beverage, this is an adult LEGO enthusiast. So whether you want to describe yourself as a fan, a hobbyist or an enthusiast, there's an acronym for you. Of course, if you're a fan who buys an awful lot of LEGO, you could refer to yourself as a mighty indulgent LEGO fan, or MILF for short. Don't believe me? Google it, see what happens. Moving to the B's, we have Burp, Big Ugly Rock Piece. These were originally used, I believe, in castle sets, and they are prefabricated elements which allow you to more quickly create larger rocky structures. These are also related to LERPs, which we will come to later, and as you get more experienced with making your own setups, you will be encouraged to brick build things rather than use these pieces. On to Cow now, a curved out wedge. I mean, this could literally be referring to a LEGO cow, but it also refers to a wedge with a curved slope. DSS, dreaded sticker sheet. This doesn't bother some, whilst it's hugely irritating to others. Basically, instead of printing directly onto parts, LEGO uses stickers which you need to apply as you build. Personally, the odd sticker here and there doesn't bother me, but I do hate it when there are lots of them or they become particularly fiddly to try and apply. Next up we come to LAN, LEGO Ambassador Network. This is the LEGO company's official outreach program. You will see several YouTubers and other social influencers in the space getting sent free sets by LEGO to review. Now the benefits are obvious, but it can also come with a lot of hoops to jump through. Viewers are also often torn over whether to fully trust reviews by LAN members, as there's split opinion over whether they can afford to be truly impartial. Feel free to put your views on that in the comments below, and we'll look at this a little bit more later in the video. Moving on though, we come to LBR, LEGO Brand Retail, and this is just the LEGO company's official brick and mortar retail store division. So if you ever visit a LEGO store, that technically comes under an LBR. Moving on, LFM, LEGO Fan Media. These are blogs, forums, social media that concern product reviews, news, promotions and articles focusing on everything relating to the LEGO brand but not officially recognised by LEGO. For that, see RLFM later in this video. LOC, LEGO Online Community. This is a group of fans, or hobbyists or enthusiasts, that meet in an online space rather than at a physical location and organise online activities. Then you have LUG, LEGO User Groups. This was originally used to describe a local or regional LEGO club that met at a specific geographical location. However, this has grown now to encompass online spaces as well, which combines it more with the LOCs we just looked at. LERP, Little Ugly Rock Piece. These are the smaller of the prefabricated LEGO elements, see burps earlier in the video, typically used for making up mountainsides and originally from castle sets. MOC, mock, my own creation. Any LEGO creation designed and built by a LEGO fan without instructions. These are what power the LEGO Ideas and Bricklink Designer programs, with fans designing their own builds which they submit for a chance at them being made into official LEGO sets. NPU, nice part use or usage. Although quite often overused now by reviewers, this basically complements the use of a specific LEGO element in a way that it wasn't originally intended for. There are lots of different examples of this throughout multiple sets, and a great place to see examples of it is in the various versions of LEGO Masters that goes on around the world.
See what that's made out of?
It's oars.
Boat oars.
Yeah, it's boat oars.
So some great NPU there.
Next up, hoop. Parts out of other parts. This refers to times when LEGO uses huge, horrible, moulded pieces which could and should have been built with smaller existing parts. This is burps taken to a whole new level, but not just used for rocks. It can be for anything. Next up, RLUG, Registered LEGO User Groups. Okay, so remember lugs from earlier? Well, an RLUG is a term used by LEGO to designate a geographically specific lug as being officially recognised via the LAN. Likewise, you have RLFM for Registered Fan Media. This is the same principle as for the RLUG, but this time it denotes an officially recognised online news site, forum, magazine, etc. And then RLOC. Yes, you guessed it. This is Recognised LEGO Online Community. After all, if you're not officially recognised by LEGO, then what are you doing with your life? On then to ship. Now, aside from the obvious meaning, it can refer to a seriously huge investment in parts, for if you're building something truly massive. In fact, if you start spending too much on this, there may need to be an intervention, in which case you may need to take part in seriously huge investment therapy. You can work out that acronym for yourself. Moving on though, we have SNIR, studs not in a row. Ooh, now we're getting fancy. This building technique creates a row of bricks diagonally. On the same theme, we have snot. This is when you get a piece of Lego stuck up your nose. Okay, not really, although I've almost got that minifigure of Frodo back out now. This stands for studs not on top, a building technique that has pieces on their sides or upside down to make a shape. Effectively, the studs are not pointing upwards, as is the normal way of things. Stamp, sticker across multiple pieces. This is a stupid and much hated situation, thankfully rare nowadays, when LEGO has designed things so a sticker needs placing across several pieces, hence meaning the pieces cannot be separated again without damaging the sticker. TLC and TLG. These simply stand for the LEGO Company and the LEGO Group, respectively. UCS, Ultimate Collector Series. This relates to a series of larger, typically 18+ builds for the Star Wars theme. It can also be used as a form of comparison outside of the Star Wars theme for similarly large and detailed sets LEGO are bringing out. The Rivendell and Barad-dûr Lord of the Rings sets, for example, are UCS style sets, but not being Star Wars cannot be categorized as such. So there you go. Has that helped? Or are you as confused as a chameleon in a box of Skittles? Is there anything you think I've missed? Discuss below in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And if you didn't like it, still press the like button, because that way you're using clever reverse psychology against me. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.